I think we're good. Okay, welcome to the Ed and Rec Committee meeting for 6/21/2021. Can the Secretary, Meredith Odenek, take the roll, please?
Mark McDermott.
Here.
Alice Kelly.
Here.
Marty Sawyer.
Here.
Alex Terrell.
Here.
Peter Tallman.
Here.
Christy Kelly. I'm here. And Kimberly Grant.
Here.
Okay, so we have 7, right? Just Chrissy's missing.
Dinner.
Okay, the first item we have is to vote on our meeting minutes from our meeting in May. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll motion to approve. Durrell.
Second?
I'll second that, Grant.
All in favor? Aye.
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 Against? Abstain? So that's passed 7-0. Now let me pull up my okay, here we go. All right, the first item that's not a voting item was the report from the about the tax relief from the assessor. Anybody have any further comments about that?
No, there have been only 35 people. Was that the number? New applicants this year? Was that it? Or 57? I don't know. Like
52.
57, I think. 52. Okay, 52. All right. Wow.
It was 50 something, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't sound like much.
No. And people weren't doing anything with the pandemic. That's what I can't. Were they moving?
But we
I'm trying
paid
to
out $300,000 more, no? Isn't that what he said? Or Jill said, I think. It cost us a little bit more than we thought, or the Board of Finance thought.
Mm-hmm. So that's good in my book.
Yeah.
I like giving them money.
$300,000 more.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
well, it's very hard to project.
Yeah.
It's very hard to project that. Mark knows that. And you do too, Alex, from being on that. It's impossible, really.
No,
there's too many moving parts, and things change, and then the reval. It's tough, but you do the best you can. But I'm all for giving them more chances to stay in town. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's just for me.
I still think we need to get rid of the freeze program. Nobody uses it.
Right. We have talked about
that. We have to fix the deferral program. The deferral program has to be fixed too.
Yeah.
Because
Mark,
that's cost neutral to the town. The deferral program.
Strange question, Mark. And actually, how many hundreds, if not thousands, of hours did Jill and Cindy and you and others put in? Hundreds, if not thousands? I mean, low thousands, obviously.
A lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. And then, the Board of Finance, in my opinion, all they did was move numbers around. They didn't really, they took what we did and moved numbers around. So, whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that. No. Okay.
But, all right, so item number 4, we didn't hear from any of these people because they are, I thought this Brian Cantor was not a reappointment, but Dana Carey and Craig Van Steenbergen are reappointments to the Ethics Commission.
All their terms started in July.
Starts in July, yeah. But they're... 2 of them are reappointments. I thought Brian Cantor is he new? Oh. I guess we'll take a vote on it. So item number 4, to hear and consider and act upon the following reappointments to the Ethics Commission as recommended by the Board of Selectmen: Brian S. Cantor, Dana Carey, and Craig Van Steenbergen. All those in favor? Aye.
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 Against? Abstain?
I'm going to abstain, Grant, just so I can hear from them.
Okay. Well, hopefully they'll...
Kim, I don't think they're coming, though, because I...
Oh, they're not?
I don't think they'll come.
No.
Actually, I need a motion to approve first. Sorry.
Yeah.
Excellent. I'll change my vote then.
A motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve Marcy Fuller.
Second.
I'll second.
All right, and then we're all ayes. Kim, are you still...
I'll say aye.
You're going to aye? You don't have
Thank
to,
you
but
for clarifying.
it doesn't sound like they're coming next week unless we ask them to come.
I'm all good. No pressure.
If you do want to hear from them, because I don't think you were on the RTM when we voted on them initially. So
they'll remember you, Kim, if you want them there.
You know what? I did listen into some of those meetings, so I'll be good. Thank you.
All right, no problem.
I will not do this to anybody.
No pressure. No pressure. You vote with your heart.
That's how I do.
All right. Item number 5, to hear, consider, and act upon the following resolution as recommended by the Board of Selectmen. Resolved that the applications received under the Neighborhood Assistance Act NAA program are hereby approved, and that the Director of Community and Economic Development is hereby designated as the municipal liaison of the town of Fairfield for this program. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion, Grant. Carrie.
Second.
I'll second, Darrell.
Hello.
Okay. Any further discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor? Aye.
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 Against? Abstain? Okay, that motion carries 7-0. All right. Item number 6, to hear, consider, and act upon the following resolution as recommended by the Board of Selectmen. Resolved that the program year 47, I'm not going to read this whole thing. You guys know what it is, right? Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion, Alice.
Second?
I'll do it,
Second,
Darrell.
Earlier.
All right. Any further conversation on this? Okay. Seeing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Abstentions? All right. That motion carries 7-0. All right. Number 7, to hear, consider, and act upon the following resolution as recommended by the Board of Finance. Resolved in accordance with the request from the WPCA, $144,380.43 be and hereby is appropriates from the WPCA fund balance to complete the WPCA portion of the microgrid project. Do I have a motion to approve?
I do, Darrell.
Second?
Representative Spolier.
Okay. Any discussion here?
Somebody.
I think Ed raised a good point. It'd be interesting to see what kind of money they have in there.
Right.
So hopefully we'll get that on Monday from them. And, any other comments? All right, seeing none. All those in favor? We already moved this, right? Yeah.
Yes.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? All right, that motion carries 7-0. Item number 8, to hear, consider, and act upon the following resolution as recommended by the Board of Finance. Resolved that the bond resolution entitled a resolution appropriating $945,000 for the remediation of historical contaminants and the enhancement of recreational facilities at Gould Manor Park, and authorizing the issuance of bonds to finance such appropriation, be hereby is approved. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll approve.
Representative Grant.
I'll second.
It's your district.
Yeah. It certainly is. And it's a mess. Any comments?
Just get it over with.
It's not related to the fill pile.
Hey, Mark, I have a question. I probably should have asked Brenda. I guess I still can. They're redoing the baseball fields there, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Baseball
way
field,
back when,
tennis court,
way back when, those diamonds were on, as you know, I imagine, were on the corners. And then I remember exactly who it was because he was president of the American League at the time when my son was playing. They ended up redesigning it and putting the diamonds right next to each other, which 95% of the baseball dads I talk to in town don't like it. They balls keep flying from one game to the other. It's nonstop. They have fences up and stuff, but it doesn't matter. So I was just wondering, but I don't know if they're like, diamonds are a man's best friend. Diamonds aren't that cheap. Another pun intended. But unless they're completely redoing it, it would probably be pretty expensive to just move them back to where they were. And I don't know what Fairfield American thinks about it, but just about everybody I talked to said they like the old setup better.
What are they?
What was the old?
I'd throw that out there.
Foul balls? There must be foul balls because it's not.
Foul balls are constantly going from one game to the other game. You have to stop the other game, they chase the ball around, they throw it back. I've seen this setup like that in other towns. Like Newtown has it set up like that in others, but I don't know the reasoning behind it. Maybe because if you don't have enough room, but we did.
Well, it's just the home runs. It was only home runs I got on each other's fields, the old way, softball.
Right, and even then it would have to be a shot. It was pretty far. Put it this way, I never had to worry about that.
Would that put the team at the corner?
I was
though?
a pitcher. I did, Peter.
Would that put the team, one of the fields, the kids sitting at the corner of those two roads?
No, because there were fences around.
Well, sure, but I mean, I wonder if that had something to do with it, though.
One diamond.
Knowing these people, no. It was all about baseball.
One diamond was on the corner of Crestwood and Holland Hill.
And the other one was at the far corner on the hill.
Yeah,
people would sit up on the hill and watch the games. It was great.
Yeah.
I was just curious. No biggie.
Yeah, I would say they're probably just leaving it
resurfacing them or something. Yeah. Because there's clay under there. There's all kind. It gets kind of involved. So, just curious.
They'll probably make it $2 million.
I know, right? We'll go back to the old way.
Well, I know the home run balls end up in Lauren's driveway because she lives on.
Right.
Across one field.
Yeah. The other one lands in the lake, I guess. Do balls land in the lake there? I guess.
No. No.
They can't reach that? No.
Barrel, no.
Yeah. All right. So, all those in favor? Aye.
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 That was quick.
Opposed? Abstentions?
Please, nobody.
All right, motion carries 7-0. All right. Yeah, the pollinator. I don't think item number 10.
Wait, you're skipping the paper road.
Cherry Street.
Oh, sorry, I can't do that because that's in my district too. To hear, consider, and act upon the following resolution as recommended by the town. Thank you, Marcy. Plan and Zoning Commission resolved that the town of Fairfield abandon the remaining portion of the town-owned paper street known as Cherry Street, which intersects with Kings Highway, as shown on the attached map, reserving, however, an easement for a sewer, the location and dimensions of which shall be as determined by the town engineer, which easement shall be recorded on land records of the town of Fairfield. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
Second?
I'll second
I'll
it,
second.
Coleman. I'll step up.
Yeah.
Not to shove you out of the way, Alex, but
I personally didn't ask any questions tonight because I'm going to go tour it on Thursday.
Right.
I'm going to meet with Scott at 4 o'clock if anybody wants to, if you have the time to do it then.
tomorrow at 4?
Thursday at 4.
Thursday at 4. All right.
Yeah.
I'm around.
I'm
Bye.
going to meet with him. He did drop off. He came to, I guess, all our houses and dropped off a package.
All of those
But yeah,
pictures were in the backup.
Yeah, and I just know personally, I drive by there a lot. It's an eyesore, and I'm not sure. There are also, can't think of, because that's Lisa's Street there. There are always, I don't know if the tow trucks are from the collision place, but they're parked on that street, and they look terrible. I don't know if they're theirs or not, but if they are, then we need to somehow get those off that street because
Yeah, the area doesn't look great. I know that.
No.
But
Well, there's also something else on the corner across from her house. I think it's the back end of the other collision place, maybe.
It's never going to look great there. But,
Well, I think it's you got the collision place and you got the plumbing, Flanagan Plumbing and Heating. I think their property's back up to that street.
well, it's always going to
So
look
we'll
like
see.
Sanford and Son over there, but just. I mean,
Yeah.
well,
Do
I mean,
we have any? Sorry.
if they clean it all up, I mean, I think that's because it does look. It looks pretty. I mean, there's several spots on that road that look terrible.
right.
They have those nice condos like in between. You got Kohl's, and you have them, and then you have these nice condos, and then you have other industrial stuff, and then you have the storage place. So it's a rough little section.
Yeah.
All
I don't have
any
the road.
Any other comments? I think also we can collect some tax dollars too, right? So.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, what was it, a year ago where we brought it up and we had everything, we put it, pretty much iced everything. We want to know more about the paper road or something. Or,
Yeah.
Well, they were.
I appreciate the fact that he came this time versus the lawyer, and he explained it to us better.
right.
And I also appreciate the fact that Lisa is supportive of it now. So
Right, across
she
the
lives
street.
right there.
Right. I mean, going in that area, it's not going to be, Fairfield Beach Road. I mean, come on. You got a couple of
No.
collision course, auto dealership, whatever they're called, collision, whatever they're called, mechanics, I guess, for lack of a better word. And just, live with it. I mean, just let them have it. I mean, it was last year. The guy was weird, if I remember right. The lawyer, he didn't know what the hell he was talking about.
I guess he's not using a lawyer anymore. I don't know. Wasn't it Peter Ambrose? It was Peter.
Well, was it him? No, he was. I remember he came on once, but it was another lawyer, wasn't it? I hope it wasn't.
Yeah, I think Peter was handling it, but.
Right, I remember he handled it one. I don't think it was.
With John Fallon, maybe? John
No.
Brown does a lot of that stuff.
No.
Yes, he does. No.
Mr. 830G, who he was.
I recall Peter, but
Well, I remember Peter. Yeah, maybe. I don't think it was just him though. It was just odd. I mean, the whole thing. A lot of questions raised up and about.
Well,
maybe
they're afraid of the two
tax
places
roll.
being sold as one, and like Drew said, putting up a big building.
Right.
That's what Drew was talking about, because now that street's out of the way, you have two private owners. Somebody comes in and buys both places, they knock them down and they put in a skyrise.
something. Right.
Yeah, but I
Right.
mean, that
Now,
storage place looks a lot better than those two pieces standing on that land right now.
yeah, I think I'm fine with it. I think it's a good idea. That it'll clean the place up a little bit, and it makes sense.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I agree.
And we held them up for a year.
yeah.
But it hasn't gotten better, has it? I guess, but still.
No, it hasn't.
No, probably worse.
When you meet with them, Mark, can you kind of get a sense of, or try to, are they really going to clean it up, or is this just going to become a more pack rat, or whatever that storage container is? I mean, that's my only fear. Do we have any recourse with them, using it as storage? That would be my only fear.
Well, then it would be on their property, so it could be blight.
Right? I say, but that's what I was
Well,
thinking
but
about.
not blight now. I can't imagine.
Yeah,
they're
but it's
gonna
not
do
their
any
property now.
Oh, that's
It's
true
our
too.
blight.
Right. We can blight ourselves.
Yeah.
Town of Fairfield suing the town of Fairfield for blight on Cherry
You hope
Street.
everyone's just being honest here, and it'll all just, clean itself up there.
All right. Let's take the vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? I'm going to abstain until I take my tour.
Okay.
But I'm pretty much in favor, but I want to take my tour first. All right.
Okay.
Now we get to the pollinator, Marcy.
And I'm going to move
number
that
10,
you don't
number
have to
10.
read it.
I'm not
Waive
going to
the
read
reading.
all of it. I am not going to read all of it. You're going to waive the reading? Okay.
I'm going to waive the reading.
We
Okay.
can waive the reading.
So do we have a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion since I made the motion.
Oh my gosh.
I'll
Second.
What
second
just
it.
happened?
Okay, Alice. All right. Do we need any more conversation on this?
Well, I'll say, this is Pete, I'll say a couple things. I'm all for it. I mean, it obviously makes great sense, but when I start hearing them say they want to restrict your lawn, I just literally, the first thing that popped up into my mind was communist Russia. And I know they're not enforcing anything and stuff, but when she comes out with she probably could have been a little more sensitive to, number one, the local businesses, which she completely disregarded. If I was her and they were serious, I would go to all the people that are spraying the fertilizer and say, do you have any plans of using more environmental friendly stuff? Do you have any plans? I mean, reach out a little bit. And she was just like, well, no, I didn't. Well, there's a lot of people, probably thousands of people in town that work for these businesses. Many hundred, I'm sure. They're all over the place. And I don't know. And then to compare to with the colonists, and it's a sign of, I don't look at my lawn as a sign of, well, if I look at it as a place for me and my kid to play catch. So he could probably present it a little better. He came on a little better after that, but the good thing is what I thought of probably 20 minutes ago was they might be in favor of replacing all of our grass fields with turf. And the town is pushing for that anyway, so I'm going to probably go through Karen and ask her if they'd support that. That's a lot of grass fields. We get rid of all that grass, using all the water, all the fertilizer.
I don't know if that's exactly what they mean by that, though.
Well, it is what it is.
Because
you don't want to
turf
waste
fields
the
are
water.
not going to bring pollinators to our town.
No, but like
there's
you
can't
said,
imagine
nothing
everything.
pollinators about it.
you can't do everything, but you can do some things, and maybe this would be a good thing to do. We're not using the lawnmowers with all the gas-fired, engines, as Drew said. But that's something I'll just do anyway. They may not even be thinking of that, or they may say, yeah, we are thinking about, at least supporting it because we think it's a good idea. They want to reduce lawn sizes.
The point is to increase pollinators, but it's just like a side thing that there's less water usage.
Right. Okay.
I'm concerned about the jobs. I like the idea of it. I like the Audubon and, Aspetalk, various organizations promote it. I would love to see, a special day where, we had some kind of festival and people could go learn more about this. I think most people don't know anything about a lot of that was said here. I wouldn't know what native plants are. But at the same time, I look at all the guys that cut the grass around me. Those are jobs.
Right.
So I just wish they had worked a little bit closer with
Exactly.
Before we eliminate jobs or reduce jobs, I wish we were working all together. And Weedman and Greenskeeper and I'm trying to remember the actual two that answered. They were very receptive to my phone call a few months ago. And I thought they said great things. And they, they were concerned about the waterways. And they spoke, even just from a cost benefit, the less material they use on, I'll be honest, my lawn gets sprayed. So the less material they use, the less money they spend. So they even have that. They come from it from all sides. And I just wish that they would have spoken about that and all come together before our town was to stand behind it. That's my concern. And mosquitoes. I can't stand mosquitoes. So the whole stagnant water and leaves sitting around. I think that's
no, but then they said, well, it's got to be moving water. It's like, okay, now I'm going to spend $500 because I need a pump and I got to push the water. So I don't know.
I think
mosquitoes are a problem.
Maybe we could get that with grants. We're going to buy 100 moving bird baths and give them to.
I think the main thing is that they're not saying you have to do everything on the list. They're just encouraging you to try one or two of them. So you don't look at it as you have to go through the whole checklist. It's just if you can grab a couple items off of the list.
I got pollinators all over the place, man. I'm loaded with pollinators. I'm good. I'm real good with pollinators. I got birds and bees flying everywhere.
It's your beard.
Yeah, I just wish we had worked.
No, they're great. I love them. But I need a place to play catch. So I got my lawn.
We should have asked her if she had boys.
Right.
Well, the thing that
they shouldn't say that.
How about kids?
Right.
They suggested planting clover so that you can still keep your lawn and play catch and all that.
I don't disagree. My big thing is just working with the local companies.
Right.
And had they done that, I would have supported this, immediately.
Right. It's kind of a complete.
I already have a lot of clover.
Congratulations.
Whether you want it or not.
My lawn is really green. A lot of clover in it.
No, what's the good thing about clover? Not to stay on the pollinating.
The roots go
it's
down.
All
further.
pollinating. Oh, okay.
The roots go down further so that the way the water is absorbed, and you don't need to water something like that as much.
And I see bees around them all the time too, so they're probably pollinators of some sort, right?
I would think so.
You learn something every day.
Keep an eye on that, Mark. Watch the bees on the.
Look at the bees at the clovers. Yes.
Don't walk around with bare feet.
Those famous clover bees.
I have that, and then I have dead spots because I have 2 female dogs. So that's all
I got to myself, and I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. So.
Nice.
All right. Let's take it to a vote. All those in favor, you want to say aye for me?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions?
I'm going to abstain, Grant.
I'm going to abstain too. Pete.
All right.
That's
so
Tallman?
Yes.
Yep. So 502.
Industrial swine.
All right, and the last item is not for Harbor Match, not for us. Oh, we have sorry, hold on, let me find that one.
Supplemental.
The supplemental, where'd it go here? There it is. Here we go. Item number 12. Here, consider and act upon the following appointment to the Fair TV Commission as recommended by the Board of Selectmen. Paula Kokoza, Democrat. She wasn't there. We didn't get to hear from her. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion, Marcy.
Second?
I'll second. Meredith.
All right. Any comments?
This is Representative Scalia. I know Paula Kokoza. Personally, she was on the PTA with me many, many years ago at Stratfield Elementary School. She's very organized, and I think she'll be great at the job.
I agree. She's my neighbor, and always impressed.
That does it for me.
You both sound intimidated by her, actually.
Well, it's, I mean, we can't seem to get people for these things, right? So,
yeah.
Right.
Anybody.
We get a warm body to step up. Then it's a good thing.
Take a poll. You're on the committee.
All right. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? All right. That motion carries 7-0. Now I can make the motion to adjourn. Do I have a motion?
I'll amend that. Yeah, I'll first then. Yeah.
Second?
Tallman.
Somebody step up to the plate. There we are.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 10:03. We finished the meeting. That was long tonight.
It was.
Pollinators.
Pollinators. All right, guys. I will see everybody next Monday night. Have a great week.
All right, boss.
If
Thank
you're
you.
4 o'clock on Thursday, if you want to join me.
Yep. Thank you.
All right. I might do
See
it
you
again.
again. All right, cool.
All right,
Later.
guys.
Thanks.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.